Hey guys, and welcome back to the JJ Kitz channel, where I, Michelle, document my life here on YouTube as I try to become a full-time author while also trying to traverse the world to multiple personalities. If that sounds just interesting to you, stick around. Apparently I'm having troubles talking. Today we are going to be talking about a lot of things that have to deal with my future plans as an author and my pen names and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Okay, so it is currently midnight. Actually, it's a little closer to being 1 o'clock in the morning than midnight. I am, for some unknown reason, awake, and I don't have, the desire to go to sleep, which is a little alarming because I usually strive on sleep. But that's besides the point. So, during my laying in bed, tossing and turning, trying to sleep but not falling asleep, I came up with my game plan for the future, for me at least, and all the books that I want to write in my future. And I wrote them down in this notebook. I am honestly a little terrified at these, writing it all down because I'm like, I knew it was going to be hard work having three pen names, but I don't think I realized how hard it's going to be. So, if you guys did not know, I am, like I said in the intro, I'm somebody who has multiple personalities. And with that, I have three different alters inside me. Well, I'll say three generally, that all want to become authors and make a name for themselves. There is Shelley, Grace, and Maris. Each one has different genres that they're writing in, different viewpoints, I guess is the right word. I don't know how to describe it. Different morals and stuff like that. It's quite interesting to be me, just having all this living inside me. But life goes on. But with these different pen names and stuff, I was just like, I need to know where I'm going with all these series. Because honestly, I've been kind of in a rut lately, writing book 17 in the Bugstopia series. I've just not been able to find my flow, find my rhythm anymore, and it's kind of scary, to be honest. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But so I was like, okay, I just need to, this morning, well, last night, this, at 11 o'clock, I was writing what I wanted to do with the series and stuff, and I was just like, okay, let's just plan it out. So, we're gonna start with Shelley and what Shelley has planned for books. Buckle up, it's gonna be an interesting one. So Shelley. Shelley writes. Okay, I don't know how to describe it. Shelley is my middle grade author, or children's author, so kidlit author. She typically enjoys. Well, right now she is writing the Bugstopia series, which are those books up there. But she writes her books for our family members. Well, not necessarily for our family members, but for our younger generation in our family. So think nieces, nephews, if we have kids in the future, that kind of thing. So the Bugstopia series is a series that we wrote for our nephew. And then our two nieces are a little too young to really think about what they want. But one has shown interest. So it's just those three people. And if my sister has another kid, that'll be another one. If I have kids, I'll want to write a book series for them. So Shelley has her work cut out for her. But also, she already had her work cut out for her for the book series that we've got going. So, Bugstopia, those books up there are a middle grade children's chapter book series, ideally for the age range of 9 to 12-year-olds. And I have about 3 pages of notes talking about what I can do to expand the Bugstopia series even farther. Because, writing 17 books in a series isn't long enough, But so yeah, let's just get into it. So I want to kind of expand into 3 different other books that have got to deal with the Bugstopia series. So instead of writing the chapter books, these would be like short stories or picture books or something like that that would go with the world. Um, so besides the police officer one, there is one that I want to do a standalone series where I follow the kids that we've met in the main series, or just characters we've met in the main series, so the Bugstopia PD series, and just kind of explore what happens in their life. I'm thinking, I've got like 5 listed out, but I'm not done writing the series, so it's still got time. And I'm thinking like these could be chapter books, novellas, graphic novels, like something not classic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm kind of more leaning towards graphic novels because like I've always wanted to write a graphic novel. But I just don't know how to do it without being an illustrator too, and I'm not an illustrator. And if I ever wanted to have a graphic, like if I ever wanted this to become real, I would need to probably have a traditional publisher behind me, just so then I won't be funding it by myself, you know? So that should be fun. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if that'll happen. That's like, these are all things with the Bugstopia series, like, these are all things like if I get big, if my books take off, this is what I want to do, I think. But yeah, so there's the writing these graphic novels for the characters that we've met in the previous books. Kind of like, and like one example is, Bugstopia has a lot to deal with like speciesism. So like different species, and it's kind of like racism but with species. So it's like, there's a character named Lillian Honey who is friends with the hoverfly, because she's a bee and a hoverfly is 2 different things. And just like how everyone is so similar but yet so different all at the same time and things like that. So it would kind of, I don't know, each book would be different, but it would expand on like speciesism some more. And then another thing that I'm thinking about for Bugstopia is to do picture books. And these picture books, I was thinking about doing my extra scenes. So I am planning on releasing an omnibus sometime in August for the Bugstopia series, for the first 6 books in the series. And with this, I wrote like 3 extra scenes. And as I was writing them, I was just like, okay, they're just extra scenes. I'm not paying much attention to them. But I was like, I could make these into picture books. This morning, a little bit ago, I thought like I could probably like make them into picture books because like they've got like strong like they've got potential to be a picture book. Again, probably something that we would like to have a backer for. Just because we're not funding it ourselves, like that's a lot. And again, this is something whenever we become big, we would like to do. But like an example of this, we have a shorts. We have a extra scene titled "The Crooked Past," and it would just demonstrate this crooked past. Like, it would just show what it is, kind of thing. And then the third way I want to expand the Bugstopia series, and this one probably will happen, I just have to wait till the end, is do an alphabet book. So, an A to Z fun facts about Bugstopia kind of thing. So, like, A would be for the ants that control the world or something like that. This, again, probably be a picture book. But, you know, be a little different because it's A to Z book, you know? So, yeah. That's just one of the things that I want to do. Well, okay. So, that's all for the Bugstopia series. And I still have 2 nieces. I have 2 nieces left to write series for. I'm a little stressed out about it already. So, my first niece, she's kind of showing interest in what I do and has kind of started asking for it. And she wants princesses, witches, and unicorns. So I was like, okay, I can do this. I'm just kind of thinking right now, and I was like, I could always do like, I'm kind of thinking of like classism, and just that's kind of what I'm thinking is a lot of classism. I guess my moral for Shelley is like all different types of isms, like racism, speciesism, classism, and things like that. But for my other niece, another one that I'm thinking of for my second niece is one to do with pets and families. So like family issues from the perspective of the dog and cat of the family or any other animal. Um, yeah, those are all the worlds that I'm kind of thinking about for that, and it seems interesting, and I think I would enjoy it. Those ones. So that niece's story I can't do yet because obviously she hasn't told me what she's interested in. That's just something I would like to do. Yeah, I'm gonna pause this, and we are going to get into Grace's. Third pen name that I write under is Grace. Grace is a contemporary Christian fiction author who I originally thought was just a coming of age story. But I've expanded that onto like 3 different series, all set in the same world. So there is like a young adult novel, aging like for high school students. Then there's a middle grade children's books novel that I want to do for like the kids that we meet in books, the other books. So in the young adult books, we meet the kids, the younger siblings. We follow the younger siblings' stories. And then I also want to do the adults of the family. So like, I really want it to be like an all-encapsulating family book series. And all how they like believe and fall into the Christian faith or the Catholic faith, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do with that, and it's a little intimidating too, just because I'm like that they're all gonna be novel length, and I'm thinking like I think I wrote down how many words I wanted to be. No, I did not. I'm thinking like 50,000. Nope. 70K to 100K long words. I mean, long stories. So, yeah, that's fun. Yeah. And then there is Maris, who is our high fantasy adventure stories, all set in a fantasy world that we created. This is gonna be crazy. Because it's kind of gonna be like Bugstopia, but no graphic. I don't think any graphic novels. But like, there's gonna be short stories. There's gonna be like anthologies and stuff. I don't even know how to all describe this, but it's gonna span all different types of age range. It's gonna spread all different types of genres. It's gonna hit all the major like conflicts. Like racism, classism, faith, politics, and stuff like that. And it's like all different types of characters, so like male, female, trans, any kind of characters you can think of, I'm gonna plan on writing about. And I'm just like, oh sweet mamacita, I'm writing a lot, and it's scary. Yeah. um yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than I'm a little terrified by this. And like I know I like to think about death a lot, and it's an unhealthy relationship, me and death. Probably because I've had death in my family since I was at least 7. So I've had a death pretty regularly since I was 7. Just had another one this week. But so it's just like I'm just like, I don't want to see this. Like, I love what I do. It's just, I am so scared or intimidated by it because, like, I'm only 24 and I'm like, if I do this till I die, I just fear that it's gonna be like, I'm not gonna make, like, I think my biggest problem is I fear that I'm not gonna be able to financially support myself, you know? And that's always been a concern of mine because, like, I am currently working 2 jobs. I'm on disability. It's all just not happening. Like, I have 2 part-time jobs, but, like, I'm struggling with finances. And I'm like, I need these books to do well so then I can support myself. So then I can keep creating and stuff. Um, yeah, but that is the projects I'm working on or have plans for. I am, like I said, intimidated about this because like I said, I'm already on book 17 of Bugstopia. Not even close to being done with that main PD series, and I still want to do at least do the picture, do the um, alphabet book too. Sorry, I'm blanking. Probably because it's 1 o'clock. But like I want to do that. I want to possibly do the graphic novels and stuff. And I'm like, I want to hit it big, which I can't control, you know. But like I'm like, I want it to be big, so then I can keep doing this, and possibly like I would possibly even like to quit my jobs. But the thing is, I still like another goal of mine is to become an English teacher, or at least be like a part-time teacher where I teach creative writing to kids or to high schoolers, you know. So I'm like, I don't know how that and all these books are going to combine into one because it's just gonna be hard. And I'm not planning on doing all these pulling all-nighters just because I can't fall asleep because the books are playing out in my head. Yeah. That's kind of what's going on. This whole manic episode, I don't even want to call it a manic episode because I've been in manic episodes and this isn't one of them. But this whole brought me back to something I watched on YouTube about ecosystems, like for authors. And I took the quiz one time and I learned that I was a forest. And like everything I just told you guys fits in exactly with the forest. You know, expanding the world to create the entire like creating the whole thing while also being like really heavily focused on community. And that's probably why I want to do the author Shelley page. Haven't done it yet, but I want to start doing the YouTube for author Shelley page. I'm planning on doing not writing conventions. Maybe writing conventions. But I'm wanting to do book readings. I want to do book fairs and things like that. So yeah. I'm a forest ecosystem who has 3 pen names. I didn't even mention the 4th pen name, which is I want to write a memoir about my life, about like living with multiple personalities and stuff. So that's another thing I want to write. That's not happening until I'm a lot older. But I'm just like, woo! I've got some big dreams, and I'm terrified. Yeah, that's what I gotta say for today. If you guys like this manic episode of me talking about my projects and stuff, leave a like, comment, I don't know. I will see you guys next time with whatever I do. So I'll see you. Bye.